subscribe to the channel. Press the bell icon to be notified of the latest videos by Kalkine. Today we're going to take a look at Australia's case for the 3-dose vaccine, and Pfizer and BioNTech supply an additional 200 million doses to the EU. I'm Sage for Kalkine Media. With the Omicron variant cases multiplying each day globally, it has been discovered that the variant is capable of evading the effects of the existing vaccines. An expert task force has recently discovered solid evidence to support the notion, and following these developments, Australians may soon have to get a third dose to be considered fully vaccinated. The Federal Cabinet will be holding an emergency meeting soon to discuss public health measures to curb rapidly increasing numbers of cases in New South Wales and Victoria. It is expected that leaders would urge Prime Minister Scott Morrison to agree to speed up the schedule for booster shots. Acting Victorian Premier James Merlino said his state and the New South Wales would use an extraordinary meeting of National Cabinet on Wednesday to push for a shorter gap than 5 months, and it has now been passed. The health ministers in New South Wales and Victoria have written to their federal counterpart, Greg Hunt, asking for boosters to be made available from 4 months after the second dose. The Australian Technical Advisory Group on Immunisation is also pushing the state to consider the 3-dose vaccine scheduled amidst the new developments. ATAGI recently reduced the advised interval from 6 months to 5 months, and people due for boosters over the Christmas and New Year period are able to get the third dose days early under recent advice from ATAGI. It is important to note that Australia has been witnessing a considerable increase in Omicron infections in recent days, and the rise in the number of cases amid the holiday season has prompted a debate among epidemiologists over whether public health restrictions such as mask regulations, social distancing norms, partial lockdowns, curfews, etc. should be reinstated in the country, despite the roadmap to reopening. The Prime Minister seems opposed to this idea. In a recent statement made by Morrison, he said that Australia really needs to shift from a culture of state-imposed mandates to personal responsibility and choice. He also added that the state is not planning to back lockdowns and they'll not shut down the lives of people. Moderna has also today released data from its booster vaccine trials. The company is continuously advancing boosters to address variants of concern, and the strategy includes surveying the prototype vaccine, mRNA 1273, at the authorised booster dose of 50 micrograms and a higher dose of 100 micrograms. Moderna also announced safety and tolerability data from the Phase 2 and 3 study of the 100 micrograms booster dose of the mRNA 1273. And the trials showed that a 100 microgram booster dose of mRNA 1273 was generally safe and well tolerated. Stefan Bancel, Chief Executive Officer of Moderna, said, "To respond to this highly transmissible variant, Moderna will continue to rapidly advance an Omicron-specific booster candidate into clinical testing in case it becomes necessary in the future. And we will also continue to generate and share data across our booster strategies with public health authorities to help them make evidence-based decisions on the best vaccination strategies against the SARS-CoV-2. However, in an advice issued to National Cabinet, the Australian Health Protection Principal Committee warned that even if the variant caused milder illness and wasn't extremely severe, it could strain the health system's capacity, recommending the government to impose minimal to moderate restrictions and increased efforts to boost vaccine coverage. In other news, more than 200 million doses of Comirnaty will be provided to the EU by Pfizer and BioNTech. The member states of the European Commission, or EC, have reached an agreement with the vaccine developers Pfizer and BioNTech in which they will exercise an option to buy over 200 million additional doses of Comirnaty to their current supply. This comes after the Netherlands has gone into lockdown as the Omicron variant spreads like wildfire across the world. And this order will also include any potential vaccines to fight the new variants of COVID without additional costs. This now increases the planned delivery of doses to the EC member states to be 650 million in total. Comirnaty is based on BioNTech's mRNA technology and was developed jointly by Pfizer and BioNTech. Thank you for your company on that report. If you do like this information, please like, share, comment on the video below. Share your experience with us. We'd love to hear. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to be notified whenever Kalkine has a new video. For more articles like this and regular updates, head to the website kalkinemedia.com. My name's Sage for Kalkine Media.